Hey guys, it's Angie from the Freckle Crab Studio and welcome to my channel. Today is a special video because I am going to be doing a 2-for-1. So in the first part of my video, I'm going to be unboxing my Rayson TD-130 wire binding machine. And in the second part of the video, I'm going to show you how I made my first notebook with this machine. I will also be listing all the tools and materials I used to make the notebook. So without further ado, let's get started. The unboxing. So this wire binding machine cost me about $125 after tax, and I bought it off of Amazon. This right here is what they call the oil removing paper, which is just a piece of cardboard. Inside you would just find an instruction manual which gives you some details of the machine and how to fully operate it. It also comes with 3 types of wires for notebook making: spiral binding coils, double loop wire binding spines, and plastic binding combs. So the first step is to attach the handle. You're going to find the handle at the bottom of the machine. It's going to come zip tied. All you have to do is cut those 2 zip ties. You're going to hold the handle vertically, making sure it's pointing straight up. Once it's in place, you're going to take the screw cap it came with and tighten it. Next, it's time to remove the oil from the inside. They suggest that you do this about 6 times to get rid of all the oil, but I did it about, I think, 7 or 8 times just to be sure until I saw no more black marks or oil marks on the cardboard paper. For every punch I did, I teared off the top piece and I kept going. Now let's loop around to the back of the machine and give you more details on it. So these numbers back here are just the margin size. So what the margin basically means is how far the holes are from the edge of the paper. For this machine, you have 4.5, then you have 3.5, and you have 2.5. Here's a visual difference of it. I'm hoping you can see it on camera the same way I'm seeing it in person because you can see the difference. Now, when it comes to using this part of it, this I think is pretty much based on your liking. In my opinion, I would go maybe 4.5 to 3.5 and alternate between the two. 2.5, in my opinion, may cause the paper to rip faster because the margin is so thin. But then again, it is up to you. At the top of the machine, you're going to find 6 different sizes that help you measure out your double loop wires. Measuring out your wires will help you determine the binding capacity, which means how many sheets of paper you can put on each size. For example, for a 7.9 millimeter size, you can fit about 46 to 60 pages. You can find out more about the binding capacity on the instruction manual. Next, this part is called the ring puncher. This is where you place your ring with the papers and punch it down to tighten it. The ring puncher is magnetic, which is great because it holds your ring in place while you're attempting to clamp it down. Now, this part of the machine doesn't have a name according to the instruction manual, so we're just going to call it the ring holder. The ring holder allows you to have your hands free to place the papers in there without having to struggle. It's definitely an optional use. It's up to the person if you want to use it this way or just place the paper a different way. This part right here is called the knob, and it is a very important piece. So you have a side that's labeled punching, and then you have the side that's labeled with the numbers. The numbers just symbolize the size of your double loop wire, and then the other side is for you to punch the holes into the paper. Now, when you're doing one or the other, make sure that your knob is turned exactly to what it is that you're doing, because according to the instruction manual, you can ruin your machine if you fail to do so. So now that you have a visual of the specifications, let's go through the list of the features for this machine. The pitch for this machine is 3:1, which means that you have 3 holes per inch. The punching capacity is 12 sheets per punch. The binding ring size goes from 1/4 inch up to 9/16. The hole type is square, and the holes quantity is 34. Overall, this machine is great, it's sturdy, and it's definitely beginner friendly. This is my first binding machine, and I already made a notebook with it, and I had no problems, absolutely no problems making it. Pretty simple to use, and I definitely like it, and I highly recommend it to anybody who wants to break in to start making notebooks. Check out my very next video to show you exactly how I use this machine to make my first notebook. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thanks for watching.